We're live. Adeel Hassan, welcome to the show, my friend. Adeel Hassan is a SEO specialist working for an amazing digital marketing agency based out of Australia. The agency is called Inska, and Adeel is working as you guys can see, as an SEO specialist. Adeel, why don't you give us a brief introduction about who you are and what you do?
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Azur, for inviting me for this podcast and really this opportunity. So I am working currently with Inska Digital and as SEO specialist. Been with them almost for 6 to 7 months. Now, apart from that, yes, I have worked in the digital marketing domain for marketing agency side. In the previous role, starting with the paid media side to the social media to digital marketing executive side that includes multiple roles. So you're wearing multiple hats, and so now currently working with Insa and learning and growing myself in this role.
That's amazing, man. That's congratulations. You've been doing amazing. You recently got the Associate of the Week at RepStack. Obviously, you're doing something, and that's why we want to kind of pick your brains and help people out. The purpose of this, getting this out there, Adil, is so that people who are trying to build out careers like you in the digital marketing agency world, and kind of help them out and guide them on what it takes to be successful. Especially a lot of us are doing work remotely, like you are. You're based out of Pakistan, working for a company in Australia. What does that look like? Remote work, we all idealize it, working from home and things like that, but I know it's not that easy. You have to kind of have control over your day, otherwise
Yeah.
it's all gone, right? So maybe talk to me a little bit about, before we get into the nitty gritty of how you prepare and what you do on your day to day. Talk to me a little bit about your background. What kind of schooling did you do, your university and things like that, and what got you into the marketing world.
All right, cool. Did my my schooling days from Rawalpindi, and was more into uh, you know s- the army schools and all that stuff, APS, and then moving forward, I did my bachelor's from Virtual University of Pakistan. It was done remotely, and
Hmm.
where I actually my you say the remote setting started. And
Hmm.
but then eventually I went into my MBA program in Bahia University, did my MBA in marketing from there. And during my MBA in marketing there, that's where the marketing journey actually started. Was I started working as a radio jockey in their own house. We had a on our FM 102.6 for Voice of Bahia, and that
Hmm.
was the most amazing and exciting thing because I was doing coming up with the content for the youth, for the startups and stuff, and how the new digital landscape is growing and all that. And it was like back in 2017, 18, and that side because I saw all those entrepreneurs, jumping alongside. Said, okay, those people are jumping alongside, and then in my final years, I started to specialize in the marketing and digital marketing side, and then moving forward, I started, yes, as a business development executive in a startup also in Pakistan. They were mainly focusing on building their own CRM and stuff. But then that over the time, I moved from there to digital marketing agency side, working with the Canadian based firms, and then one in local Pakistani firm, and then now currently here working in Australian based firm, which back then, yes, I did not had that imagination that I will be able to jump into that this size and this big market. But yeah, now I'm there, and it's cool. It's amazing journey so far.
Amazing, man. What a journey. So you start out by going to a virtual school, and this is back in the day where virtual schools are just becoming popular. I don't think they're
Yeah.
so popular in Pakistan where you are, right?
Yeah, because a lot of people are more focused and had the background of having the contemporary schooling and education going there and stuff, and
Contemporary, yeah, that's the word, right? Like just being a conformist. but so you were different from the get go. You went to a virtual school, then you went to MBA to Beria University, which is
Yeah.
I'm a alumni of Beria University and Beria School. You know, I started there in when I was in fourth grade. First
Wow,
day that
awesome.
Beria College opened up, we were there. So you know, we share the same university, and
Awesome. Alumni is online.
that's amazing. And so you go from there, and then you start out your career. So, but before you do that, you have this creative streak already, where you're the school radio jockey,
Yeah.
and you're doing that stuff, which is creative. And then towards the end of your courses, you're leaning more towards digital marketing. And then once you finish that, then you start working for these firms. Some of them, I think you mentioned, based in Canada, and now working with RepStack. You have an account in Australian company, which is pretty illustrious. I think it's a pretty big company. You were just telling me about it. So that's great. But over the course of your career working in digital marketing, how did you go from, like, did you do different types of works as a digital marketer, like paid ads, or have you been an SEO specialist from the get go?
I would say no. I started, on the multiple sites. I worked in the start on the Google Ad sites, paid, media side. Including that Facebook and Google, and handling the clients' ad accounts and managing them. Then over the time, because I knew that in the future, in order to be in a higher position, I need to cover multiple domains of digital marketing. Learn different areas. Then I move forward, and I was working with another firm, US-based firm, and there I was handling their email marketing. I was handling their some social side. I was handling on the SEO side also, and move that multiple exposures on the digital side. Having the paid experience and the rest. Then I thought, all right, I need to have more exposure. So I found the rep stack. Back then, also, all right, they are giving this opportunity to look into different firms and stuff, and work with them in the further advancement of your digital marketing domain, being the leader, definitely, as what you guys say, and that what we are building ourselves into. And
Mm,
that's when I got this opportunity to work in the SEO side, because I always has interaction with the SEO team in the past, but I said, okay, now I need to really focus on the SEO side and learn and grow, and be the one person who helping the firm, the clients into that side. So that's
amazing.
how I got into it.
So you've kind of dabbled into paid ads. You've done a lot of different things through your career, and now you got the opportunity to become an SEO specialist.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great way, right? Like kind of doing a full circle and a wholesome marketing career. Because as leaders, it's one thing to be just doing one thing throughout your career, but as a leader, if you're expected to lead an organization or an agency, you're expected to kind of know the 360s of that. And I think that's what's great about your career, that you understand all the business sides of different sides of marketing, of what goes on in the marketing agency. Currently becoming a SEO specialist, doing a great job there. And amazing, man. That's great. Really, really proud of you. So
Thank you.
talk to me a little bit about a deal on you're working remotely, right? So that's a very, very important question that gets asked a lot. How do you cope with a client who is in a completely different time zone than you? Like, how do you prepare for your day? What does that look like before you start work? How do you finish your day? Like, end it? Do you have a routine in place? What's one or two or three pointers that everybody working from home remotely, and especially in different time zones, should be considerate of?
Okay. Great question there, because especially because my time zone with my client is way different than my country, and that was the one of the biggest challenge when I started with them. But then I had this plan. I had this mindset. Okay, I can have this wonderful thing is that when I'm starting, actually, most of the people, the chance of disturbance is pretty less. Why? Because I'm starting pretty late, like after 2 a.m. and all. But the thing is this, I have to be mentally prepared, because to be able to absorb, do, and collaborate and discuss things and be having
Mm,
more open mind at that time, which was a tough. But then I developed it over the time in the past couple of months, and to see, okay, when I need to sleep, I need to be fresh when I'm awake at that time. And then, being awake after having a good nap, that was more important. And then during that work time, yes, I have, different, you can say, chores in during my day, like have to drop my kid also at school, stuff and like that. But yes, I had this, you should have the clarity with the client also, like, okay, these are the things I will be handling during my working hours, and then I will be focusing on my work in these hours. So you have your clear priorities for yourself and with the client. All right, this is how we're going to work. And they are, I have been really lucky to, at Inska, that they're really able to understand and work with us in multiple things, like they know that we are family people, we have kids
mm,
and stuff, and everyone understand that way. And then I further have this day end, or you can say, before just I'm ending my day, I have a, you can say, sprint stuff. I know, okay, these tasks I need to end just before the day, so I try to do a sprint stuff, like an hour or two, so having more highly focused time, just
mm.
solely there.
Okay.
Okay, I need to finish this, and then I end my day. And that's how I'm managing being remote. But yes,
Mm,
you have to prioritize your work during your, because especially when you have kids,
mm,
it's way tough, it's way tough. But then if you have the priority right there, okay, what time I need to be with my family, what time I need to work on
mm.
myself, on my work, and the client's side, and then you can have a better work life stuff.
So I think so. What I got from it is you're prioritizing a few things here. You're making sure that you're getting the right type of rest. So you gotta go to bed early. You're getting that ample
Yeah,
amount of sleep so that you can get up at 2 a.m. And
yeah,
that's, you make it sound easy, but I can
no, it's,
promise you it's not that easy. Getting up at 2 a.m. and then having that fresh brain to be able to go into meetings and do brainstorming, because these are marketing agencies, right? Marketing is all about coming up with creative ideas. So you're going to be able to do that at 3 a.m. For you to do that, you have to have some rest before that. And
yeah,
then also, I feel that, you being honest and upfront with your client, it has been really important over here, by letting them know that, look, these are the hours that I'm working in my first half. And at that point, at this point, 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., I have to go drop off my kids. I got to take care of these personal chores. And then I'm coming back and wrapping up my day with a power dive, deep dive into my work, 2 to 3 hours of uninterrupted work, wrap up all the tasks, and
yeah,
finish the day. Very awesome, man. You make it sound really easy, but it takes some practice to get to this point,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly, it takes.
That's awesome. So, just quickly walk me through what are some of the tasks, and what does a day typically look like when during your work day? Like, are you mostly in meetings? Are you writing content? What sort of work are you doing?
Okay, so basically, when we start our day, we first look into our ClickUp, because we're using ClickUp. So we look into ClickUp on the number of tasks or comments that's being assigned or that's being given by the account managers, by the head of digital team, or any other related team members. And then, we have a meeting that's around 4 a.m. In that meeting, we usually, our team lead has done this wonderfully. He said, okay, you guys share what's your day priorities. So if those priorities are also interlinked with other team members, how they're going to impact them, you need to clear out that also. Okay, we're going to do this, it's going to impact you guys how. And after having that short crisp meeting of half an hour, and we start our work further, and we uh, go into, we have like a daily task on the SEO. Daily task is checking on the different pages of website, like if they have a 404 or any other issues, and then we further move into your we have weekly and monthly recommendations. And monthly recommendations are sometimes we need to work at time daily, because those recommendations can be a big ones, having handling the whole category page and improvement in content side. We can create a Word document, create that and share with the account managers. In the later day of our work, we usually have some chit chat and meetings with our account managers. Why? Because what we have worked on the SEO side, what we are actually recommending, so they know that, okay, in the coming day meeting, we need to discuss with the client, okay, this is our SEO team guys are saying that we need to do this in order to improve the
Mm,
ranking, in order to improve stuff. And
mm.
then usually in the day end, I try to wrap up my stuff, whatever is remaining, and try to focus on that and complete it up. Any document, recommendations, or working on the website with the Yoast tool. To, and that's pretty much how my day goes around and end.
That sounds like a very exciting day, man. And a lot of it is also not just you working in a silo by yourself, but a lot of communication is going on. I feel like,
Yeah.
you're taking the learnings about a particular account, transferring that information over to the account managers, and making sure that they understand what the account where the account is at, so that they can convince the client that, hey, this is the road forward and things like that. So communication is a huge part. And what do you like, do you feel, especially, again, coming back to your, this is a very interesting question to me, to understand, a deal is, you working from Pakistan, working for a company in Australia, what's the best way to culturally infiltrate your company that you're working for, which is, not in the same time zone, it's a completely different continent. And how have you had that success? Because obviously people are listening to you, you're part of these team meetings, you're working with the account managers, and the information that you put out is being valued, and you're becoming a huge part of this culture in this particular team. How are you able to do that? What's the secret to that?
I say, to more being into with the other team members, you have to really understand them, connect with them on different level. And one of the best thing I think we had at Inska was, we had our Fun Friday huddle.
Hmm.
In that Fun Friday huddle, it was initiated by one of our our chief operating officer, Katie. She so they came up with, okay, this is the time we discuss with each other about the fun, the culture, the stuff, food, whatsoever, how our days goes by, what we do, and all that. Any kind of activity we do, we can relate with each other.
Hmm.
Like in the previous meeting, we were having, and our digital team, or me, the account managers, what we were having discussing was how those our kids are sometimes do not understand our style, or our office stuff, but they need more time from us. I was mentioning, this was with the fun thing. Now, I was mentioning my youngest daughter. She was sitting right next to me, and she
Hmm.
was holding my laptop and saying, just turn it off, I need to play with you. And same the digital team lead, he said, yeah, this is the thing. He said that she was pushing him, and that, okay, let's go outside, let's have some sunny days and stuff, turn it off. So that's how we try to discuss with each other different things of life, and connect with each other, and then we can understand each other also. Like one of my account manager, he has to go for the football classes, piano classes, and stuff. So if
Hmm.
I'm sending him any task, I know that I need to respect that also, and he knows that, okay, Adil is, if is Adil is busy, he need to respect that. So that's the beauty of working in such a diverse culture, because we have people
Hmm.
from Philippines, we have people from New Zealand, Australia, Mexico. So we understand each other's needs, and
Hmm.
we are trying to build ourselves as one big family. You know,
Hmm.
loving and respecting each other, and then uh, uh, moving this organization, and moving it forward.
That's great point. That finding the right organization to work for is also really important, right? So where are you going to fit in? Are the organization that you're going to go work for? They may be able to pay you really well, but are they respecting your boundaries and your family life and other commitments that you have? And then also, what I got from your answer, Adil, was that in order for you to make connect really properly so that you can be effective communicator inside this organization, you've been really open and honest, and you've opened up your world so that they can see you as a human being with a family with commitments. And now you guys are connecting at a different level with your weekly huddles, and I'm sure that you're speaking up on these calls as well. So what that has allowed you to do is that has allowed you to be a key player in this team, culturally really really be a valuable part of this particular team. And the results speak for himself. You're doing a great job over there, and I
Thank you.
congratulate you for that, Adil. Yeah, and I really want to appreciate your time, taking out the time to talk to us today, because this is going to really help other people who are trying to build out their careers exactly like you. Some of the things that you talked about, these are some golden nuggets that people in your situation, if you're going in, it's not just how much you're going to get paid, it's the quality of the client that you're going to be working with. It's how open and honest you are. One thing that I've written down over here with your name, Adil, is prioritizing and integrity, right? Those things are really really important, and I feel after
Thank you.
talking to you that
Thank you.
you prioritize, but you're also honest and upfront about what you need. And I think that has helped you get to where you are. Congratulations, my friend. Thanks for taking the
Thank
time
you.
out for doing this. And hopefully, we'll catch you on some of our other huddles.
Thank you, Azar, for inviting me for this podcast, and this meeting was wonderful, and really appreciate your time. Also, we had this wonderful connection, and I really loved discussing things, how we can help and grow.
You're doing amazing, man. Reach out to me anytime you want. You know where I live on Slack.
Sure, sure.
All right, Adil. Thanks a lot,
All
buddy.
right.
We'll see you
Thank you.
soon.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye, guys.